Open water swimming can be a spectacular and exhilarating experience. However, if you're not prepared for it, it can be a fearful and often intimidating one. And here I am in the beautiful backyard of one of the fastest triathletes in the world, that of Barb Lindquist. Not only is she one of the fastest triathletes, but she's the fastest female swimmer in the sport, and she can outswim 99% of the male triathletes.
Thanks, Wes. What you do for your preparation of open water swimming can have a huge effect on the rest of your triathlon. One of the easiest things you can do to have a better open water swim is actually show up to the race course the day before the race and check out the course.
That's right. Hopefully the race directors already have the buoys and the swim course lined up, and you can see what direction is the swim going to be. Is it going to counterclockwise or is it going clockwise?
You can also look where the finish is and where the start is. Most of the time they're not in the same place.
And another thing to notice are the sighting markers, and that can be anything from a large church steeple or a large building or a large tree that you can focus on as you go from buoy to buoy. And it's also good to see if it's shallower at one end of the start and deeper at the other, where you have the ability to run longer than the other people. While they're swimming, you're still running, making up even more and more time.
That's right. But conversely, if it has a bad bottom and it's shallow, you would want to be on the deeper side so that you can start swimming, because you don't want to be running on rocks.
Something like very rocky, or if there's a lot of mud where you might be sinking into.
That's right.
Something like that. Another thing you want to consider is doing ins and outs, especially for those people who are going to the ocean for the first time, who aren't used to doing waves. I've been able to put 30, 45 seconds on my competitors as I'm coming in the water because I can body surf that wave coming in.
That's right. When you're starting to come in, you want to, when you're breathing, look back and see if you can see some waves coming. You can also feel yourself being lifted and going a little faster before the waves even come. And when I feel a lift of the swell, I try to increase my kick, I increase my arm turnover so that I'm trying to catch that wave, even though it's not like you're really catching a wave.
And as you're entering the swim exit, as you're getting closer and closer to the bottom where you can see it, you might want to think about starting a dolphin dive coming into the water, coming into the swim finish.
One of the biggest questions I think with entering and exiting the water is, when do you swim, when do you run, and when do you do your dolphin dives? For me, I like to swim as long as until my hand just touches the bottom of the ocean. And then I'd like to do a few dolphin dives. Also, I'm not a super tall person. I don't have really long legs, so I don't like to run that much in the water. I will dolphin dive or swim as long as I can.
Right, when you're running in the water coming out, it feels like you got a lot of weights on your feet.
It's really tiring, especially if you've been in the ocean for a while. You know, and then you've got a long run to your transition area. You can get really tired running in the water too soon.
So these are some of the swim tips that you can do the day before the race to help you on race day and race faster.
Being comfortable in an open water environment means that you first have to be comfortable in the pool. So before you go diving into an ocean or a lake for a race, it is essential that you develop the basic swim skills and confidence in a controlled environment. Here are a few drills you can do in the pool in order to have a better open water swim. Navigation and sighting are important. One good drill to do is to swim a 25 water polo stroke, just looking and sighting at the other end of the pool with your head up.
In addition to that, you could do it, instead of having your head up out of the water every stroke, you could do it every 5 strokes and lift your head out of the water. Another thing to do would be to learn how to draft. As in cycling, drafting can save a significant amount of energy while improving your speed. Learning to swim close behind others does, however, take skill, awareness, and confidence.
It's also important not to get caught behind somebody who is swimming too slow.
Another thing you can get used to for your race day swim is to get used to turning on the buoys. This is where a lot of the swimmers will put on surges, and you have to go fast around the buoy and then catch them maybe 10-15 meters on down.
If there are a whole bunch of people caught up on a buoy, I like to be as far away from the buoy as possible.
Right, you can easily get caught up in everyone else's arms and legs going around the turn. Another drill to prepare you for race day swimming is to have a mass swim start.
This is really good because it can help you get over the anxiety of swimming around people, especially when the other people in your lane are friends.
Right, you get 4 or 5 people together and you have someone blow a whistle and you just take off and the first person at the other end wins. I think the swim start is one discipline where most people are nervous about, primarily because it's the newer of the 3 disciplines for them. Here are a few tips that we can give you that can help make your swimming more comfortable and enjoyable.
Before I get to the race, I always tighten my goggle strap about 1/2 inch shorter than what I'd wear in a swim practice, just to make sure my goggles are nice and tight. Next thing I like to do is put a little spit or saliva into the goggle. This keeps it from fogging up so I can actually see the buoys.
And another thing you want to do is you want to check the strap and make sure it's not cut or chafed from old wear and tear.
I also wear my goggle strap underneath my swim cap. This makes it so that if a wave hits me in an ocean or if I'm in a mass start, I have less chance of losing my goggles. If it's a cold swim, I'll also wear a cap, my goggle strap, and then another cap on top of it.
Now, if you are a male and you want to wear a singlet on the bike and you're not wearing a wetsuit, a quick thing to do in transition is to have your singlet already rolled up in your suit during the swim. When you're running from the swim to the bike transition, you don't have to worry about putting this on in the transition area, and you can already have it on.
As far as wetsuits go, if the water temperature is below 78 degrees Fahrenheit and you're an age grouper, you're allowed to wear one. The elites have to wait until the water temperature drops below 70. And if you are allowed to wear a wetsuit, it's definitely to your advantage to do so.
Now that you've purchased the suit, you want to use it to your advantage. Don't work against the suit. When you're swimming with that suit on, slow down your tempo a little bit. Glide a little more than you normally do because you're very streamlined. You're on top of the water, so any effort goes directly into forward motion. So that hand enters and glide, reach, pull a little deeper with your stroke. Don't bend your elbow as much because that's fighting against the suit. On the recovery, we always teach you high elbows in swimming. Open it up a little bit so that you're not working against that rubber. Just go a little wider with your stroke, and that'll make you a faster swimmer. Remember, you don't have to kick as much. Kick gives you lift. You already have the lift just by putting the suit on. Save your legs for the bike.